Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid. Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnus. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Clive, is everything all right?
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain.
I'll let the others know.
Ah, word of your adventure.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools, he said. No one seems keen to join. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Should be back any day now.
Understood.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust her.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think you're
One might say the same of you.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my... So, to what do I... Could it be that you've come for one of my... Very well, then. To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds, well, mostly armies. But the real question is... Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson,
Even.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian. Lawsman Harper.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long... Welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ready? I'll resit. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer... That said, I have continued my... But without access to the great libraries...
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is not more books that I read. Mayhap we look in the wrong places.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who...
Not too tired to go filching. Always got a pocket for him. Next.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as...
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet the loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. Titan took much from us that night. From some, and the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they...
That we must. Just as I must give you...
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's... It looks good, Clive.
I'd had that brand for so long. What it was like.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from...
Not a Stolas.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
And what can I do for you? Well, you won't hear me complaining. The only drawback... Still... I remember it like it was yesterday. You're our leader now. Go on, then. Finished, are you?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Ill smitten with the saddle.
Back, are ya? Nah. What? 'Cause I haven't. Still. Not Sancfordian, do you? Anything else?
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosette. Blood was spilled. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're... I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pool bit. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing. Complained that it...
And now she's fallen into the hands of the Empire.
A couple of curse breakers are already on that. They should speed up the search. But if this is as...
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets it.
Any volunteers, just say the word. I dab hand when it comes to the old fisticuff.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I twisted something.
Sid? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might, and it appears he was...
You, could say they're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but...
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering...
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about... I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp!
If those horses touch down.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the app.
Tell us.
What happened? The damn blacks.
The Black Shield.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. Poor souls turned on the Imperial.
Then, Martha, do you think you can make it back?
I think so.
Black Shield. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night.
How dare you speak the...
Clive.
This won't take... Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't...
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's...
We're friends of Martha. They are.
The Black Shields. Rosaria. Tell Martha.
Sid, where are you?
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbots with the bearers.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on...
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw them.
I've gathered the bearers' remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the cast.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperial.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. This one.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
I know. called
Oi,
us.
look sharp!
You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean Cole said you cast their remains. But it should have been me.
How?
But I did. And the rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad dead. I assumed it was all just nonsense. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, my mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and... Oh, before I forget, Astolus from Ottoland. He asked me to tell you that Gav has...
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though...
Now, where's Gav?
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Mockery of justice is what it...
Quiet, you!
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have a...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right. I heard you...
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants...
Don't they just...
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Welcome, stranger. Keep to the roads now.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might have turned...
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial...
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber...
May I at least ask...
I don't know who you are or what brings you here. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and it's just as swift, some might call it submission. But if it will spare this village, we'll...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they
Obedience bought with...
Are you all right?
So we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, who else a new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will...
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men. This one.
Trouble!